Hey, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in to Respect the Hustle podcast. CT checking in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this to your friends, get this to your people. Thank you for tuning in today. Make sure you check out the back catalog for Respect the Hustle podcast. Today, we have a few things to talk about. Just a few things. Okay? Got Julian Lewis committing to Colorado. When he decommitted last week, from USC, I mean, it's only at this point, it's only so many places to go. So I kind of was already, decommitting from USC. It's only up from here type thing. So I know people was talking about Indiana and stuff like that for the guy, and the information wouldn't be just so public going to Indiana. All roads was leading to Colorado, and then especially when I heard he was, getting on, it was going to be on the commitment announcement was going to be on ESPN. I said, oh yeah, the kid is going to Boulder. From the film I've seen, he looked pretty nice. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. But it's gonna be the right passage for him to be over there in Colorado with Coach Prime. A lot of people are asking the questions on is Coach Prime gonna stay in Colorado or is he gonna go to the league? I believe he's gonna stay in Colorado. He's gonna stay in Colorado. Not only is he still getting the tools he needs to be successful, but it's he got some weapons. He getting what he need. I see they're talking about getting him an extension out there. I can see him getting this class out. The Jordan Seedens, the Julian Lewis, and them out. But you never know how. You never know. You never know. It's a day to day thing. We're just with everything, just with everything. Today we're gonna go through some different things like talk some business. We're gonna talk some business. We're going to. I went to a pool contest the other day, a pool tournament. I went 1-4 overall. 1-4. Really, as a solo act, as an individual talent, I went 1-3. Okay, but that last game I played, no, 1-2 actually, 1-2. Yeah, it's the last game. I just lost a lot of games, y'all. Man, man, chat that beat me to sleep. It was bad. It was bad, chat. When I say bad, I mean man. Got to do better. Got to do better. So that tells me I gotta play more pool. Cause it's always like a bad shot coming off my pool cue. So I gotta get better. That's my goal. Gotta get better. So now I'm a former business owner. All right. I owned a restaurant years ago. So I was leasing a property in a shopping center, and it was under triple net. For those that don't know what triple net type lease is, it's pretty much like you're responsible for everything. So not only the rent and the insurance, but you're also responsible for any maintenance, any upgrades, any things like that. They do have single net, double net. Most properties are triple net, though the landlord just pretty much just provides the space. You might find some landlords that provide a little bit more. You might provide some landlords that give you, whatever you need. Most properties are triple net, standard triple net lease. My thing in doing this restaurant is my goal was to bring something different. Bring something different, and everything really came together faster than I thought. And when it did, I was thinking of, what can the name be? What can the name be? And, you know, it ended up being Taste Bud Cereal Bar. And I think the next day I worked on the logo. I hand drew the logo, put it on Photoshop, created it on Photoshop, did different, not colorways, but different standards that I knew I needed for not only just the logo in itself, but also the graphic package, the logos I needed for T-shirts, all of that. It was fun. It was fun. The whole process, it was nerve wracking dealing with different. I wouldn't say nerve wracking, but different with different banks and things of that nature. Self funded, self funded, and everything like there was no secret investors. There was no silent partners, no business partners, no anything of that nature. And it was a great venture. I would say to get started with anything, and a lot of times I know as a startup business, and granted, it wasn't just all on me, all on me. Well, partner at the time, she handled a lot of it. Definitely a lot of the business of it, paperwork, stuff like that, and a lot of the ideas and those touches and stuff like that. But a lot of banks and fundings and for grants and loans, and at the time it's during COVID. A lot of that, as a startup business, take COVID out the picture. As a startup business, the main goal is not only obviously people want to make their money back, but then people also want to ensure that their investment. I mean, because what kind of business do you have, so on and so forth, and that's when business plans comes into play, and a business plan kind of gives you the roadmap of not only where your ideas are going, but kind of like the business forecast. Oh man, I can't talk. The business forecast for your company, and it I had fun doing it. Now a lot of banks and a lot of lenders don't fund startup businesses or businesses that's been open for less than a year, and they don't give money to to owners and CEOs and business owners of people, investors and entrepreneurs that has not operated a business for over a year. For myself, just hearing the difference in the different things of that nature what what is kind of required in people that kind of falter as a startup business. That's the one thing I didn't want to do, and I had a plan for what I want to do for the future because that was the first public business. And yes, I've had photography and graphic design and DJing and all of these other things, but then real estate came later. But my main focus was to be open for longer than a year. Okay, during that point of time, met a lot of people, got a lot of different business relationships with people still that I'm close with to this day, and that I love. That I love. Why is the business closed? The main thing is the leasing aspect. Okay, I can sit here and make money, make profit, do all of these things X, Y, and Z, but ultimately it's not my business. It's not my property. I got strict rules that I gotta abide by and guidelines I gotta follow based on, excuse me, based on what the contract says. And with that being said, putting my all into a business, I'd rather own my own property and be able to have the business on that property. So still be on the lookout for a Taste Bud series about funnel cakes. I could, I got the recipe for that. I could drop that at any point in time. But for anything Taste Buds related, I want to make sure I do it right. And so that's the only reason that you haven't got more pop ups, more any of that. Just because of that aspect. Event marketing. Let's say, for instance, you're about to have an event. What is the goal of your event? Okay. Nowadays, I kind of do, you know, business type events slash, some networking events slash, like, I still want to have a good time. More recent events I've done have been like networking events. My most recent events have been networking events and events that my most recent events have been networking events and events that have looked to benefit my realtor side. But at the same time, like I still want to listen to some nice R&B music. I still want to listen to some, music that'll get me going, keep me moving, and some energetic type things. It's I do events for type of stuff like I would like to attend, and I can't attend nothing where it's quiet and silent, so on and so forth. And so, at that point, like that's what I'm looking for. But then, like looking at the event, you can make an event bright. You can make some flyers, post them on your social medias. If you don't have a social media, like hand to hand nowadays, in my opinion, for the age range of the people that I market to, hand to hand isn't really there like that a lot. It's more so, everything's digital. Everything's digital. Everything's electronic. digital and electronic. So let's go over solid marketing. Let's go over solid marketing. For me, now I don't do cold calls. I don't do door knocks. That's not the type of realtor that I am. And so, with that being said, though, like I gotta make up for my marketing and other aspects, and I'm not just gonna give you all the game, but I can give the game because you ultimately you still gotta get out there and do it. There is gonna be a future, excuse me, a future real estate marketing pod episode that I go over pretty much everything marketing wise with real estate. That's gonna be coming soon. But for currently, what I can offer you is the fact that the stuff I'm missing on cold calls, the stuff I'm missing with door knocks, I'm coming at you in a whole different aspect. So whether it's more personal, person to person interaction for the people that I see on a daily, or if that is, or if it's like I gotta double up in other aspects. My goal is this is gonna be a 30-minute episode today. Some light, some quick. But man, check this out. Like I heard a good, and I've said it before. For the longest, Jordan was my goat. For the longest, Jordan was my goat. That is all. I seen him, Bron, Kobe, obviously, but had his shoes growing up, had his jersey growing up. That was the first jersey I had before. Only jersey I had before. I made it to high school. One of my buddies had got like a jersey plug because his brother was stationed overseas, and he just started hooking me up with jerseys. But as for the only jersey like that I bought, my parents bought, me being young, was a Jordan jersey, the black Chicago home with the red letters. And then when we start talking about greatest of all time, like Jordan was just, by the time since the fact he got out early, it was for me, it was just he was the standard. Kobe was always just there. I never thought about Kobe till I just start honestly hearing about other people talk about him and things like that, and then it reminded me just man, like yeah, I did appreciate that about Kobe. Example. So by the time he retired, I started watching his interviews he was doing, the traveling around. Obviously, like him coaching was a good different aspect. You seen him outside more, just in my opinion, just based off the fact that you didn't really see that as with him as a player. You didn't see the smile. You didn't see the why behind Mamba mentality. You didn't see the why behind him working so hard. And so when he retired, and you actually got to see that behind the scenes piece of him a little bit more. He dropped a Deer Basketball, which I watch annually. Great play. But I heard a story about how one of the years in the playoffs, like a lot of the shots, I don't know what year it is. I have to go back to it. I have to go to it and watch it. One of the years in the playoffs, in his opinion, he did bad. And when he went back and looked at the film, a lot of his shots he missed was shots that fell short. Boom, his legs was weak. Let me go to the gym and get stronger. So you could actually able to see his wanting to get better. Okay, if I'm losing, I got children now. So if I'm losing 2 to 3 hours in the daytime, let me put that 2 to 3 hours in 4 o'clock in the morning. That also helps because by the time I show up to the gym 7 to 8 o'clock, they ain't there. Ain't nobody there. So I'm not gonna pass you the ball. I'm not, So all the aspects, so you get why he was who he was on the basketball court, and then LeBron. First and foremost, his ability to have availability is his greatest asset, in my belief. All right, man, it's rough being recording and just what's the name. But yeah, with Braun, you've seen him working throughout the years, and people don't approve of him going team to team. My thing is, you're a professional, you're grown. You going to Miami didn't affect me then. You going to Miami didn't affect me then. I know you was out there one of the years I was out there, and I was trying to go to a game. It was a game night. I never got tickets to the Heat game, but the city was on fire that night. I think that's the time I got lost to Miami as well. But breaking the records, playing as long as he have, reaching all the milestones, setting new milestones for everyone. That's really that's go like, and then being able to have that distinction from high school, from freshman as a sophomore, like the next big thing, the chosen one, King James. Ultimately, the goal was 20 minutes. It's gonna get chopped down because obviously we got pool. So right now this is the pool tournament. Check it out. I looped some music over it because there was some music in the background that YouTube not about to get me for. So check it out. Make sure you subscribe to Respect the Hustle on YouTube. But chat, I'm here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow, share this to your people. But coming at you live, here is the pool tournament. I should have got my victory on here.